Hey everybody, my name is Aaron, the practice director for business intelligence and data engineering. I just want to show a quick demo of how these Cloud Run and serverless technologies integrate with the other parts of the business. So you may be wondering, I like what I'm seeing here, but I want to see how does this work together with some of the other parts of the Google ecosystem. Justin is actually going to fire up a little demo we made. So I'll pass the screen sharing on to him.
All right, here we go. So this is our electric car review system. It's a really great system to find out all the sentiment of how people feel about the different models of electric cars out there. And one of the things we wanted to do for this demo was just make it very simple, because it's less about what this thing does and more about what it's doing behind the scenes and what the benefits are of using different serverless technologies out there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in a car and driver review.
So what we did here was built a little website that takes these customer car review data, submits them to a form, and then also embeds a Looker dashboard. Looker is Google's BI flagship product. This is where all of the analytics, charts, graphs, your standard BI functionality can be performed. And what we wanted to show here was the way the Cloud Run, Cloud Function, serverless tools interact within the pipeline of this process to getting data from the customer all the way through the system into a deliverable so you can see the output. We wanted to show the process, kind of our thinking through steps. This is essentially just our back of the napkin illustration of how we got here. What are we doing to build this application? The left-hand side of the screen is a lot of the application hosting technology. The right side of the screen functions more on the new things you're seeing now, which is the integration with natural language processing and the Google Vertex AI tools. BigQuery for storing the data, and then Looker for publishing onto that React web page. So this tool will give you a close to real-time integration with users. When they submit their reviews, it'll take it and process it through that pipeline and give you a nice little visual of what's happening in terms of the car reviews. So what we have here is a little bit more of a formalized version. I'll let Justin speak to the front part of the solution.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of this very similar kind of CI/CD process here. We have a development machine. We can deploy out to cloud build. Our container gets packaged up into an image. That image goes into artifact registry, and then it pushes to Cloud Run. Cloud Run is hosting the app and can fully scale that up and down. So if we get 1 billion users or 1 billion requests in a month to our sweet car review website, then this thing's just going to scale up and down, no problem. We're pushing the API key into the front end and then also consuming it on the back end. We used a Cloud Function this time as a REST API endpoint. Now, you might have just had that REST API endpoint inside of your Cloud Run in the backend Express app for your Cloud Run. You can kind of do almost anything, and that's why we really wanted to show some of this awesome functionality. So this is just a Cloud Function whose job is to receive the submission of that form, and then it takes it and publishes it to a pub sub topic.
Yep, we'll show you exactly what's happening with that data. So the other Cloud Function in this equation is taking that data and processing the data. The review itself is submitted, parsed, cleaned, and then stored in BigQuery. So all the analytics are happening under the hood inside of the Cloud Function. That's one of the versatility of Cloud Functions. It's nice and lightweight, but it's super flexible and can handle a lot of intermediate steps that need to happen for that data to get from the user to your visualization. This is just a really quick snapshot of some of the things Cloud Functions can do. And I love them because they're very lightweight, they're versatile, they can handle many different tasks. In our application, they're actually serving as the endpoint for Cloud Run. It's also the entry point for the data. In the bottom right, you can see that it handles that lightweight data transformation and ETL. So inside the Cloud Function, it's doing some data processing with the Vertex language model, takes the result, stores it in BigQuery, and then at the end of all that, it pushes out to Looker. So yes, Cloud Functions are definitely going to be able to help you out in many different ways. So not only in terms of hosting platforms, but they hook everything together under the hood to get through data from the front end all the way onto your Looker dashboard into your analytics team's hand.
Another thing I wanted to add that's really cool is I'm a front end React guy. I also write in Node, use TypeScript, right? I wrote this cloud function over here. This is running a TypeScript React app and pushing it out through Express. The cloud function REST API is written in Node. And then Aaron's a Python guy. He wrote the sentiment analyzer in Python, right? So he's got Python over here running in this cloud function. So versatility and the ability to be able to use the right tool for the job, it's awesome.
Yeah, Cloud Functions can also handle code written in Go, and Java, also Ruby. So if you've got developers on your team who are comfortable in a specific lane, Cloud Functions can most likely give them something to work with where you can hook into these other technologies. You can take a Cloud Function, you can talk to BigQuery, you can talk to Vertex AI, you can talk to all the pieces of the Google ecosystem and get your tooling working together under the hood and creating some efficiencies there in terms of cost and also resources. And this is another thing Promevo can help with as well. If you've got, for example, if you just have BI people on your team and they don't necessarily feel comfortable with the cloud run pieces, that's something that Promevo can do to help you integrate these functionalities across the pipeline.